ChatGPT as the 30 master prompts to lock into the system that I can use for later. And then I'm going to rework some of the ideas I had a little while ago. I didn't have enough money to pay for the pro account, so I had to do my work without it. Now I'm going to go back over that work with this. I suggest all you guys do that. If you haven't done it yet, Alicia Lyttle will teach you how to do this on her Instagram and on her. This is a very key thing to do, and you can just go back through and you can make a history or whatever history you do have if you did have pro before. So I'm going to rebuild this at founder level intelligence. Frame the asset from content generator to attention. So instead of just generating random content, it's going to be, which means it's going to make intellectual property, which is a legal entity that can be sold or licensed to other companies. So that's a key difference from content generation, just being a person on YouTube who monetizes your money and your cash. So these are the tricks that Alicia's teaching you. Current framing is operator level. The founder of framing is now what we're working with, which makes it a repeatable action that captures an IP and extraction system. It converts the thinking into its own media, a repurposable IP, a monetizable distribution. It makes training assets, sales collateral, and you can rename internally the YouTube content and media IP production engine. So that just means you can just change the name from YouTube content generator to media IP production engine. Well, obviously, it's going to make you a lot more on the back end when you're trying to sell it. So we're going to go down here. It's reworking the whole thing at one time. It's upgrading the core output logic. Now it's going to speak to you in different ways. Instead of listing things like it normally does, it's going to talk to you in terms of assets. So it says asset class A is the media, long form YouTube video. Asset class B is the IP, the frameworks, the quotable doctrines, the named concepts that you can use for your branding and clothing and stuff like that. And that's where founders win. So these are the kind of things it's telling me that I've created it. Document system into a control stack. Two documents that work together. Turn the videos into persuasion assets, not just entertainment. So it's basically saying to every 127 seconds have a roll clip, and it has to answer why that clip existed, which makes sense because it's a visual reinforcement of your skill and it's proof of your concept. So that's something I have to make sure I do. I don't really do that a lot. I'll just have a video and however long it is. So I don't really know when to put the breaks in. So now I know every 120 seconds I can put those breaks in, and those breaks should explain why. Is that I have a 14-day plan, which is good. And it's now founder level. As you can hear just from the grammar and terminology, it's definitely a lot more intricate and in-depth than it was before. So each short that we create should have an awareness role, an authority role, an objection role, a handling role, a conversion private role. And if you weren't here earlier at 12, then I'm going to remind you that we're working on our YouTube script for anything we're making, even for ourselves, for avatar twin, a clone. And this is so that your brand has a consistent theme throughout it, no matter whether it's you or not you on, or it's a talking pop can on the screen. This is going to be very important for the next year, is making sure your message, your brand, and your tone gets set so that everybody knows that your AI is you. To fix the hidden weaknesses, the tool-centric thinking, the PDF list and capabilities, that's operator thinking. Tools are labor, not intelligence. We're going to rebuild a mental model like this. The system decides what must exist. Wherever the system goes, that's where we go. We're not going to have any limitations. And the tools are interchangeable workers. If a new update comes tomorrow, we're going to delete ChatGPT if there's not enough room. We're going to get Claude, and we're going to shift right in right there. Get rid of Gemini, we're going to get Grok. We're going to do things like this to make sure that we move fast and accelerate fast with the AI that's growing fast. Now, this is what's going to make the system platform agnostic, durable, sellable, and teachable. If YouTube dies tomorrow, this still works. That's a test. So we're always going to be able to iterate and change. We're not going to be one platform minded. We're going to diversify our portfolios because it's just within our means. So why not? So now, founder level quality bar. These are non-negotiables. Your critical quality standards are strong. Your founder upgrade is to add business standards, not just content standards. So we're going to add premium microphones. The microphone I'm using now is 10 times better than the microphone I was using 2 weeks ago. The laptop I'm using now is about 10 times more money than I've had 6 months ago. So we're just upgrading all the equipment. I'm getting lighting. We are renting a studio now. So these are the things you have to do, not just working on the content. It's working on the back end of the content as well. Mentally run, because you have to ask yourself, does this create reusable IP that you can use to grow your business? Does this increase the perceived authority that you're trying to get in your neighborhood or community? Does this lower the future content cost of what you're trying to produce every day? Maybe it's going to save you money on the back end, like a wholesale cost or a collaboration deal. Does this move someone closer to buying something later? Are you getting around the people who are going to be buying your stuff, your target customer? Where are they experiencing all of their pain? You want to catch them at these junction points so you can meet them and make that sale then. And if the answer is no, then the asset failed and you need to get rid of it, and you need to find another way to get the right answer out of your AI agent. So now number 6 is what this actually becomes. It becomes strategic positioning. At the founder level, this is no longer a YouTube content production prompt. It is a founder's media to systems conversion framework. And this is why it matters, because now it can be sold. A YouTube content production prompt means that you're just making prompts to make videos, and these videos are just to go viral. Sometimes you can go viral and you don't make a single sale. We want to make content that's going to make you real money, automated money that's passive income, okay? And this is why it matters, because these assets that we create with items like Notebook LM and ChatGPT, these can be sold, they can be licensed, they can be taught, they can be embedded to agencies, they can be used internally, and they can be used over and over and over again forever. So this is how content becomes infrastructure and not just output. So the 5 hours of input that we're going to put in later this week, you're going to see is how it becomes infrastructure for your business, not just output. So it's going to originally be output until we turn it into the infrastructure. So this is how we accelerate your business from 10 times. And the final verdict for what we put in here is that you're already thinking like an elite operator. This rebuild is going to turn us into a machine that compounds faster. It's going to compound our assets faster, and we're going to grow exponentially. We're no longer building videos. You're building machines, you're building engines, and you're really turning your thinking in your mind into a real leverage making asset machine. So this is something to think about the next time you wonder what AI can do for you. You can check out Alicia Little's page because she talks about all this stuff on her page. It's very interesting. I'll see you guys next time. This is Nate. You can add my Instagram handle, N8trix Systems. You can add my TikTok handle, N8trix Systems. And you can add my YouTube handle, N8trix Systems. I'm going to check in with you guys later.